Disclaimer: do not send harassment or hate to anyone I mention in this video. So I'm not a part of the commentary community and I haven't yet dipped my toes into covering internet drama on my channel, but I found this particular situation very interesting and so I decided to make this video about it. Commentary YouTuber Swan has recently gotten into some hot water, but I actually wanted to talk about his first controversy involving Minecraft YouTuber Dream and the commentary community at large. If you're not familiar with any of this, let me give you a summary of what happened. After Swan expressed his opinions about Dreams and went through a bad experience with his fanbase, Dream responded to a corresponding Reddit post about how he believed that Swan was behind an incident where he was being impersonated on a Discord account that was sending unfavorable messages to his fans. Swan responded to him by bringing it into the public sphere on Twitter and claiming that Dream, a bigger creator, was trying to ruin his career and credibility as a smaller creator. He then regurgitated the same story he had told Dream. He alleged that his 12-year-old family friend had hacked into his Discord account and had sent those messages. For a while, Dream and Swan went back and forth defending their own points of views, with Dream live streaming an investigation of Swan's story and with Swan creating a Google document defending himself. Countless YouTube commentators publicly defended Swan and wrote off Dream as someone who was needlessly going after an up-and-coming content creator. In the end, Swan confessed to impersonating Dream after being confronted by his fellow friend and YouTuber Nicholas Diorio. This sparked outrage within the commentary community towards Swan for dragging out and lying about drama that was mostly inconsequential. Now that we're all caught up, let's establish that most anything posted or said on the internet can be considered as media. Just like how we analyze videos, articles, and pictures, we can also analyze tweets, Discord calls, and the live chatting that happens within social video games, even if it's not common to do so. Usually, analyzing various pieces of media is a part of the job description for commentators. Those who commentate on movies have to break down movies, those who commentate on video games have to break down video games, and those who commentate on the ongoings of internet drama have to break down the words, body language, and intentions of online media posted by other people. In fact, in our modern-day YouTube community, we hold these creators responsible to tell us who is moral and trustworthy. We expect nothing but the best of these people when it comes to examining evidence on the World Wide Web, seeing that their YouTube careers depend on it. So forgive me when I say I was quite bamboozled over how a large portion of the commentary community believed Swan when he came up with the excuse of his 12-year-old family friend causing this entire mess. If Swan came up to me and told me his story, I'd have no choice but to laugh and choose not to publicly support him. His anecdote paired with the screenshots of the messages make even less sense to me as someone who's been on the internet for a long time. When I was a child, I was able to tell whether or not someone I was chatting with online was younger, older, or about the same age as me just by the way that they would use language. The way we speak and type change over time. Even if everyone has their own unique style, there are still similar patterns that occur and correspond within different age groups. In the end, that's what evaluating media is all about. Finding connections, putting puzzle pieces in their place, and hoping that together it'll all mean something. That's exactly what Dream was doing in his livestream about Swan. Through language, grammar, spelling, and emotional intelligence, he was dissecting each message to the best of his ability, and in his opinion, the results of his analysis pointed towards Swan being dishonest. It surprises me greatly that the commentary community dismissed all this despite the solid points Dream had made through the methods that YouTube commentators use themselves when making content. As someone who can be considered a commentary YouTuber without being in the community itself, I would have taken the same path as Dream and started comparing Swan's report of events to the actual evidence. I would have also used my skills developed from growing up on the internet to analyze his text to see if I really believed a typical 12-year-old would have acted like that. Many of the commentators criticized Dream for nitpicking onto little details, but to be honest, these little details can make all the difference when it comes to figuring out who's behind the screen during online communication. I think this failure from the YouTube commentary community stems from the fact that they didn't use their insights on one of their own. I think these commentators share more similarities to the people they criticize than they'd like to admit. Their first instinct was to defend their friend that gave incredibly shaky excuses that they could have poked holes into at the very beginning if only they used the same critical thinking skills they employ on the people they dislike, especially ones from other communities. Then they proceeded to apply reasoning outside of their own logic to the situation, which I believe they wouldn't have been so generous with their criticisms if anybody else had done it. Of course, I can only talk about this entire situation as an outsider, and I don't know what happened behind closed doors. I tried my best to consider this situation with my personal experiences on the internet in mind. Anyways, I know this was a different type of topic for me, and I hope to talk about internet drama again if you guys end up liking my take in this video. Please consider subscribing if you enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching. I'll catch you all next time.